input formatting. So what exactly mean by this input formatting means how to write the input statements in Python. So that is what our intention, how to write the input statements. Okay, so generally we use, you write down file number 1. So if you want to ask the user input, if you want to accept the input from the user, then we use input function. You just write point number 1. I will show you example how to do that. Just write point number 1. Meanwhile, I'll open Python. Done. Very good. Nice. So one moment. Okay, now let us see. For example, if you want to write the input. So generally, మనం ఏం చేస్తాం a equal to 10 అని రాస్తాం. So if I write like this, now if I ask a value, we are getting 10. Now what I'll say is I'll write a equal to, I'll write input input. If I write like this, now what's happening? Nothing. Now I'll enter something like a 25. So now 25 will be assigned to a. So if I ask a value, now I'm getting 25. So for example, once again, I'll write a equal to input input like this. Now next time, this time I'll enter something like a 450. I'll press enter. If I ask a value, 450. So like this, whatever the value that I'm passing, entering through keyboard. So this is called user input, right? So like this, you can accept from the using the input statement. Now, whenever the line is executed, we are getting a blank statement. We are getting a blank thing. So which confusing the user, right? What actually we have to enter. So in order to avoid that confusion, what we'll do is we can write a comment also. So for example, I will say a equal to input. So inside the bracket, inside the parenthesis, what you do, you put either single quotes or double quotes, you write. So whatever the statement you want. For example, I want to enter a number. So I'll write enter any number. Like this I'll write. Okay. So enter any number. Now the moment I press enter, it is asking enter any number. Now I will enter something like 65. After that, if I ask a value, then it is showing 65. So let me say b equal to again input. So please all of you write these examples. Okay. So enter any negative number. Enter any negative number. Then you can use anything here. You can write any comment. Okay. So for example, if I put like this, now you see. Enter any negative number. For example, I'll enter -48. So now your B will takes -48. So this is called accepting the user input. Okay. So please write all of you. Write these examples. This one, then this one, this one. So here, ikkada comment em rayali ante whatever that you want to enter for B. If you are entering a name, for example, let us take. For example, I want to create a name. So name and a variable create chestanu, then I'll write input. So here what I'll do is, so enter your name. Like this I'll write. Enter your name. Now it is asking, the moment I run it, it is asking enter your name. So I'll enter my name is Upender Reddy. So that, yeah. Now if I ask for name, it will give you my name, Upender Reddy, like this. So this is how it happens. Okay, write these examples. Okay, so like this you can enter. Now let us see, for example, let us enter two number. Let me say x equal to input. Now enter first number. Let me write enter first number. Then I will write, I'll put this. So first number is, I'll enter 10. Then y equal to, I'll say, again I'll write input. So enter second number. Like this I'll say. So when I run this, it will ask for enter second number. I'll enter 20. Now my intention is, I want to get the sum x plus y. So now if I ask x plus y, I have to get 10 plus 20, 30 రావాలి కదా. అవుట్పుట్ ఏమొచ్చింది, 1020 వచ్చింది. సో ఎందుకు అలా వచ్చింది అంటే, let us see. What I have entered is a numbers, integers, right? Now let me check what is the type. So type of x, it is showing string. Type of y, it is showing string. Let me say type of name. Previously we have entered name, my name I entered, right? So type of name, that is string. So next AB also we have entered. So type of A, string. So type of B, string. So whatever the input that you will pass using input function, it will take it like a string only. Okay. So now you write this one, point number 2. Input function always takes data in string form. After that you write point number 3. We need to convert the data from string to required format. So you do these two things. You do write these two things. Okay. Input function always takes data in string form, and we need to convert the data from string to required format. So anything you can give a number, you can give a string, whatever it is, it will take by default as a string format only. That means if you want to take number as a number, you have to convert into other format. So how to convert that? You remember already we discussed several functions while discussing about, you see this int function. If you want to convert any data into integer, you have to use int function. If you want to convert any number into float, then you have to use the float function. If you want to convert any number into complex form, you have to use the complex function. Okay, now let us try this. How to use these things, okay? Now, once again, let me define x and y. So now I'll say x equal to, previously I have written input na, so input. So I want to enter first number, right? So let me say enter first number. Okay, now this I will put inside int function, int. When I say int, now whatever the input that you are entering, that will be converting into an integer. Now you see, I'll enter once again 10 only. Similarly, I'll write one more statement for y. Y equal to, again, I'll say int input. So enter second number, right? Enter second number. When I write like this, no, it will ask second number. So I'll enter 20. Now I got two numbers. Now let us check a plus b or x plus y. X plus y, if I ask, now I'm getting 30. Previously I got 1020, right? Now I got 30. So now what is the type? Let us see. Type of x. If I say type of x, previously it has shown like a string. Now it is shown like integer. Now if I ask type of y, previously it is shown like a string. Now it is shown like an integer. Why? Because we have used int function to convert whatever the data that we are entering, converting into integer. Okay. Now let us, you write this example, all of you. You write this example. Up to this you write. Write this, I'll come 1 minute. Okay, so now for example, Mali, I'll repeat the same statement. Let me ask two numbers once again, or one number. So I'll enter like this. So this time I would like to enter a floating point number. So instead of entering 10, I would like to enter 10.5. The moment I entered, what I'm getting is an error. Why? Because I want to enter like an integer, but what I'm entering is a floating point number. So that will not work. So if you want to enter a floating point number, here you have to write a float. So for example, if I say x equal to, so okay, so instead of int, if I use float, now I can enter 10.5. Similarly, y. So y equal to float input, enter second number, right? That's what we have to intended to write. Second number, when I say, now you see if I press enter, then I'll enter 20.5. So answer is finally 10.5 plus 20.5 is 31 we have to get, right? 31.0. If I say x plus y, now we are getting as 31.0, which is a float. Now if I ask the type of x, we'll be getting as a float because we have used a float function here. Similarly, if I say type of y, then we'll get it as a float. So now you write this example. Okay, this is a float conversion. Okay, completed. Very good. Now let us try same thing with complex numbers. For example, let me say, so yeah, let us take x equal to complex number. So for this, we have to use a complex number, right? So for example, if I say complex, then enter the first number, let me say. Okay, so I'll enter something like, 10 plus 20j. Then I will say, so y equal to, let us enter second complex number. If I say something like, what should I say? For example, one more, 15 plus 25j, like this I'll enter. Now if I say x plus y, now this will give you 25 plus 45j. If I ask the type of x, now we'll get complex. If I ask type of y also, now we'll be getting a complex. Okay. So now we write this example number 3. So like this, whatever the type of input, if you want to enter a string, you have to use str input like that. So this is how you have to. Okay, completed. So this is how you have to write the input statements. Okay. Clear? that is fine. Now next, now you take the heading as output formatting. Now you take the heading as output formatting. So how to format the output? Output మనకు నచ్చినట్టుగా ఎలా అరేంజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అనేది నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్. Okay, all right. So generally, try to point number one, output is obtained using print function. You write this first. Let us see the example for that. So let me open a new file. Why unnecessarily to write in a same? I don't want to write in a prompt. So what I'll do is, let me take I'll take this one. So let me take, okay. So let me take something like this. A equal to, so integer input, enter first number, right? So enter first number. Let us see how we can format the output, sir. So then I'll say b equal to integer. Then I can write inside this input. So enter second number, right? So this is what I want to do. Now you see, I want to print multiple values. So for example, if I say print A, now A will be printed. If I want to print multiple values, then I can say print B. So now B will be printed. Okay, I'm entering two values and I'm printing the same values, right? Now what I'll do is I'll save this, I'll run this. Let us see how I'm getting the response. For example, first number I'll enter 10, second number I'll enter 20. Now I'm getting the same numbers, 20, 10. Now, like how we write that. So you write this, first you write this example. Point number one, the example రాయండి. When I say example, now you write in the notes. If it is an exercise, directly you can execute. Okay, no need to write in the notes. But example you write, because these examples will give you clear idea whenever you are revising or whenever you are preparing. Okay. So class అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఫ్రీ టైంలో ప్రిపేర్ అవడానికి మీకు ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. If you write an example, otherwise you will forget the syntax. That is a problem. Now మనం ఇన్పుట్ లో ఎలా అయితే రాస్తామో కామెంట్ అవుట్పుట్ లో కూడా రాయొచ్చు. అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యూ కెన్ కోట్ ద కోడ్, దెన్ హియర్ యూ రైట్ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ ఏ ఈస్, ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ ఏ ఈస్ అని పెట్టి కోడ్స్ తర్వాత కామా పెట్టండి, కామా పెట్టి వేరియబుల్ నేమ్ రాయండి. నౌ యూ సీ ద డిఫరెన్స్. Let me enter the same numbers once again. I'll enter first number 10, second number 20. Now you see how I'm getting out. Previously, only the numbers are printed. Now the value of A is 10. Similarly, I can write the comment for second one also. I'll write the value of B. So the value of B is, then I'll put comma B. So let me save this and let me run this. So first I'll enter 10, then I'll enter 20. Now you see, the value of A is 10, the value of B is 20. Whatever the comment that I'm writing, so that is also incorporated in the output. Okay, so now you write this example. Okay, write this example also. So this all after getting the output, we can arrange it in so nice manner. That is what we are discussing about. Okay, after getting the output, we could be able to arrange this in very nice manner. Okay, have you written? Okay, done. Right now, for example, I can use even single statement to print the multiple variables. So I can write like this also. The another way of formatting is like this. For example, if I say A comma B రెండు వేలు వచ్చినాయి, I'll say A comma B. ఇలా కూడా రాయొచ్చు. If I say now two variables I can print at a time. So for example, if I enter first number 10, second number 20, now you see 10, 20. ఇందాక ఏమైంది, టూ డిఫరెంట్ లైన్స్ వచ్చింది కదా అవుట్పుట్ అనేది, బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది, ఒకే లైన్ లో మీకు టూ వేరియబుల్స్ వచ్చాయి, 10 space 20. So this is also correct. Now you write this. This is another way of formatting the output. So even you can print multiple output variables using one print command. You can print multiple output variables using one print command. Okay, right. Now here also you can write a comment. Even for example, here you can say, so the value of A is comma A. You have to put a comma here, comma A. Now here you write second comment. So the value of B is again comma B. Now let us see. Means whenever you try to print multiple variables also, you can write multiple comments. So for example, if I save this, then you run this. Okay, if I run something like a 10 and 20, now you see the value of A is 10, the value of 20, B is 20 like this. Okay, but I am getting the output in single line. You remember I am getting the output in single line. Okay, so that is what happens. So now you write this example also. Okay, now done, very good. Now this is one. Now let us you take the second point. We use separate operator. Okay, you write second point number 2. We'll discuss about separate operator next. You write only point number 2, then I'll show you the examples for point number 2. Separate operator can be used to separate the output variables with the required character. Okay, so now let us see how can we use separate operator. So for example, I want to print the multiple variables with single printer. Let me say I want to print the value of A. For example, I'll say A value kavali, next I want B value, then I want to print A plus B also. Okay, so like these 3 values I would like to print. Let us see how we'll get the output. So if I save this, now if I enter A is 10, B is 20, now I'm getting 10, 20, 30, that is correct. A value, B value, A plus B, but these are separated by space, right? Now I want 10, 20, 30, means the variables should be printed separated by commas. So now you put comma equal to SEP equal to అని పెట్టి you put single quotes or double quotes. ఈ quotes మధ్యలో comma పెడతారు ఇప్పుడు. I'll put a comma. Now you see what kind of output we get. So run. So for example, first number 10, second number 20. Now you see, previously we got output 10 space 20 space 30. Now we got 10 comma 20 comma 30. So this is called separator. So దేంతో separate అవ్వాలి. So for example, now instead of comma, if I put colon here. So for example, if I run this once again, The first number 10, second number 20. Now you so this is called separator. If you put nothing, it for first number, second number 20. Now 10 space 20 space 30 like this. Okay. So this is called separate operator. So please all of you write this. You write this, okay? Okay, done. I hope now here I'll put slash n. Slash n means new line. Now you see what kind of output we'll get. For example, if I say first number 10, second number 20, now you see 10, 20, 30. We got in separate line, right? We didn't use three print statements. We used only one print statement, but we got output in three separate lines. So like this, you can arrange the output according to your wish by using this SEP operator. This will work with multiple variables, not with single variable. Okay, single variable not allows ఒకటే variable వస్తుంది output. And ఒకటి కన్నా ఎక్కువ variables ఉన్నప్పుడు మాత్రం you have to use this. Okay. Now what you do is you take point number 3, end operator. You write this point number 3. I'll show you how to use end operator. Separate operator we discussed. Now we'll discuss about the end operator. Completed. Now we'll see how to use this. So for example, I want to print multiple variables, so I'll use separate. Till now we have used a single print statement. Now I will say print A, then I will say print B, then I will say print A plus B like this. You can write anything A plus B, A minus B, whatever it is. Okay. And now let us see what kind of output we get. So three print statements we have written, so we'll get output same 10, 20, 30, right? So I'll enter 10, I'll enter 20, then output is 30, 10, 20, 30. Now you see here, I'll use end operator here. I'll put comma. Once again, I'll say, in the separate and end rastanu. End equal to batti comma bettan madhyalo. Again, I'll say comma, end equal to, again, I'll put comma. Now you see what kind of output I'll get. If I enter 10, if I enter 20, see, now I got the output in single line. So like this, if you use multiple print statements, then if you want to arrange the variables in one line, you have to use the end operator. Okay, so now you write this example here. If you write here also end, then after 30 tarvata kuda comma vastadi, but last variable tarvata comma avasram ledhu kada. Okay. Done. So if you're done, you tell me. Only you decide కాదు. ఈ 2-3 days ఏంటంటే డెమోనా మరి రేపు ఉంటుందేమో మోస్ట్లీ. ఎక్కడున్నారు? No problem. రేపు ఉండొచ్చు మోస్ట్లీ. Okay, you got it? Done? So with this, we will stop today's class. So one more is left out, that is format operator. It may take little time. So we'll discuss about this tomorrow. So it may take only 10 to 15 minutes. After that, then we will move on to the Python operators. Okay. All right. So with this, I will close the session.